Welcome back to Leah's Leaves, Holly says. Hey, Garden Gnome. It's not super hot outside, but it is muggy. Very high humidity. Still have more rain coming through. We've had rain for days. No break from it. I don't know if you can see everybody there, but you see, let's see if I can zoom in. That's Gravy and her brother Biscuits on the left. And then Bridget, she's a separate stray that looks like them but isn't related to them. That has lived with me for about 2 years now, so I guess she's not a stray anymore. And then everybody's favorite garden gnome, Shortstack. This is actually Ivy, that's her name. Her nickname is Shortstack because she'll always be a perennial kitten. Hi, baby girl. Huh? Hi, pretty lady. Today is the first day in nearly a week where we've actually been able to see the windmills across the hill. That's how the dense fog has been terrible. And rain. I just went around before I turned on the camera and was pouring out water from seed cells that had been outside for sunlight and then were drowning. You gonna take us to the green stalk, Gravy, and Ivy, and show us what's going on? The red green stalk, I just haven't had the time. Between doing stuff in the house to unpack, other gardening tasks, and work, plus things like tomorrow I'm taking a driver's test and have to register my car and move my title, all that stuff. That's a whole day. But, so I just have to do things as time allows. I'm just one person. I wish I could clone myself, but that's not quite how it works, is it? But things that are here on this mountainside, there's a lot of wind. And I was starting to get concerned about whether the plants would adapt to the wind, but they are doing fine. I have, let's see up here to the top, a couple of varieties of cauliflower, including a type called Veronica F1, which is a Romanesco variety. Some purple sprouting broccoli as well. Kale. Romaine lettuce. Some spring onions. Some bok choy, some spinach. Then over here I have a layer of herbs, rosemary, cilantro, sage. I noticed that another sage plant in a different spot was already starting to flower. I'm going to let the other one flower, but I'm going to keep this one trimmed because this one I want for cooking, so I don't want it to get bitter, and I don't want the plant thinking that it's time to bolt and flower instead of establishing its roots. Some thyme. Down here I have red leaf amaranth, more brassicas, mostly cabbages at this point. This is a granite cabbage, sort of a Michihili style Asian cabbage that I'm excited to grow. That's a radicchio plant that I thought 100% was not going to make it, but it bounced back. It's doing great. And then in the lower levels with these supports are a variety of hot peppers and eggplants and tomatoes. They're like dwarf bush tomatoes, so they're not going to grow huge, and they'll be able to be supported with this. And some pink plume celery is coming right along nicely. This is what still has to find a home. More brassicas, more fennel, more greens, more spinach, more cilantro. Can never have too much cilantro. I'm pretty excited about my hot pepper varieties this year. I sowed a bunch just on faith. I got pretty good germination. If you tracked with me a year ago, it took me 3 tries to plant my peppers. The first time I let the seedlings dry out and they were just broke the soil surface. I went to work one day, hadn't bothered to spray them in the morning, and they were cooked under the grow lights between the heat mat and the grow lights. That was on me. So the second time I did everything right, kept it hydrated, and it just wasn't getting good germination rates. And the same with the first time. And the third time I finally got some. This year, it was just a totally different scenario. I don't know why. I didn't really do anything different. Maybe the soil brand was different. Maybe I just learned my lesson, was a little more attentive this time. I don't know. But anyway, I seem to be doing well now for the hot peppers. Let me show you some of the ones that I'm growing, and then we're going to work on 4 pots today together. Before we do this, this is just funny. I had sown pepper seeds in the row on the left, onions in the row on the middle, and micro tomatoes in the row on the right. And obviously some rain came and now I have peppers, tomatoes, and onions everywhere. Good thing you can tell the difference between which is which. Oh, and I want to show you how my Doyle's thornless blackberries are bouncing back finally. They had gotten wind burned and had some transplant shock in their new location. I had them tended and covered, and I was taking good care of them. And then one night we had particularly gusty winds, and the row cover just blew clean off. It had no frost protection, and I honestly thought I was going to lose most of them. But look at all that beautiful growth. They really are getting established now, so I have nothing to worry about. I want to show you something other fun thing over here. In the metal bed, the Cimbalo pear melon, which I'm growing this year, or melon pear I guess it's called, is starting to shoot off some early blooms. Not all the blooms will fruit, and this is very early in the season for this particular kind of plant to bloom. We did have a couple of warm days last week where it hit the 80s. So I'm just going to let it go. I probably won't be harvesting fruit off of it until at least August. It's going to take a while. And one of these is probably going to outgrow the space and I'll move it. But I'm going to wait a little longer until I know what my container situation is elsewhere. Anyway, that's just a fun little experimental fruit that I decided to try this year just for funsies, just to keep it fun. You got to do that in the garden. I know a lot of you are growing food purely for sustainability purposes. You're just trying to save money on grocery bills, but I encourage you to keep gardening fun. It's not just utilitarian. There's so many other benefits. There's the health benefits of being out in fresh air and sunshine. There's the beauty that different plants add to your landscape. It's just good for the soul. It doesn't just have to be good for your stomach. So I grow things every year that I just really like and that I know I'll eat and use a lot. Like jalapenos and serrano pepper. I grow tons of those. Tomatoes, I grow a ton of them. I don't eat raw tomatoes, but I cook a lot with tomatoes. But then, like this year, I decided to try growing asparagus from seed, rhubarb from seed. I've never done that before. I grew artichokes from seed. I'll wait for him to pass. I'm growing fava beans, broad beans, just because I watched Hugh Richard from over in Wales in his garden. He grows them. He talks about them. He's shown what he does with them. And I was like, cool, I think I'll try those. So I did. I don't know if I like them or not. And I didn't dedicate tons of space to it all. It's just I want to keep gardening fun and interesting. Holly likes to keep things fun and interesting too, huh? Thanks, buddy. Keeping me safe. She's like me. She doesn't like noises. It's one of the reasons I love living in a rural environment. Another thing I'm growing this year for the first time, and I just haven't found a good home for it on the property yet, is goji berry. But I do want to get those established soon. We have some warm, sunny days coming in the forecast, and I plan to take advantage of that. Okay, let's look at some hot peppers, shall we? Got some jalapenos, Thunder Mountain, Longhorn style. This is a cayenne variety, but they grow long. This one I'm so excited about. This is Leviathan Gnarly Scorpion Pepper. This one, oh, this is fun. This is Ghostly Jalapeno. It's a cross between a ghost pepper and a jalapeno pepper. That's my first time. I'm excited about this. This is a Scotch bonnet pepper, but it's from the Ministry of Agriculture. This is the goat of all scorpion pepper, or Scotch bonnets, excuse me. so that I can make homemade Haitian pickles. This is a new to me variety called Palmetto. It's like a mid-range, medium hot, not terribly hot. Similar probably to like a little milder than jalapeno, I guess. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Dark Blood. This is the one I'm probably most excited about, just because the pictures were really cool. And look how beautiful that foliage is. And the Dark Blood peppers, which are like a jalapeno but hotter, are going to grow on the most beautiful lavender colored blossoms. This one will look similar. It has similar coloration. This is a purple cayenne. I've grown red cayenne, orange cayenne, and yellow cayenne. I've never grown a purple one. This is a sweeter pepper known as Tunisian bakludi pepper. It's more like a grilling or roasting pepper, which I'm excited about because I bought a grill with a side smoker as a gift to myself for moving into my new house. This is one of the hottest peppers I'm growing this year. This is a caramel primotalii. It won't grow tall. It'll grow broadly and bush out and have very, very hot primo style peppers. And then this one is my favorite of all the habanero varieties. This is a red Savina. It is a very reliable, steady producer with a great hot flavor. I love it. Some other varieties include the serrano pepper. That's kind of my go-to. Jalapenos and serranos I grow a lot because I use them just in daily cooking. Just chop one up, throw it in whatever I'm making. I have a couple of sweet pepper varieties. I won't use that many bell peppers, and I don't want to dedicate that much space to them because those are the ones that are easy to get at the grocery store. So from seed, I try to grow things that aren't as easy to acquire. But I have a red Knight, Knight, sweet pepper that I got from a greenhouse. And a Lesia pepper, which is, in my opinion, the best sweet pepper. And I was sowing old seed, and I sowed like 10 because I wasn't sure what the germination rates were. And I got 2 that sprouted. And now 1 looks like it's really taken off and will be healthy. So I'm okay with that. Not as many as I wanted, but 1 is fine. 1 is better than none. Here's what we're looking at today. We are going to plant a Sugar Rush peach. I tried these my second year at the cabin and dedicated in-ground space to them, but that was the year of those Canadian wildfires, and there was no sun for months. No sunlight. Plus, my trees hadn't been cut for the natural gas line yet. They just did not thrive. So I'm trying them again now because I've got great sunlight options here. I have the back of the house gets east, the side of the house gets south and west, and this side of the house gets straight west. So I can block the sun during the day, the hottest part when peppers tend to get a little bit stressed in the heat, but they'll still get plenty of light. That's the red Knight sweet pepper. This is a white UFO pepper. These are so cool. And I've grown UFO peppers before, and they're typically dark purple, like a blackish dark purple, but I'm growing a white variety instead this time. And the other thing I need to get in soil today is my fennel. I have 2 varieties of fennel that I'm growing this year. And I started this, I don't know, it's been over a month over a month ago. This is dragon fennel. And then I have a second variety started called Orion fennel. It's not quite ready to transplant. So then I'll have a staggered harvest. So let me get these in the pots. The soil that I'm using, these are just food grade buckets. The bottom third is topsoil. It's just to fill. That's cheap dirt. The top 2/3 is a standard potting mix that I've amended with some perlite and a 10-10-10 granular feed fertilizer. And it's a mixture. I think it was mostly 10-10-10, but I had a leftover little bit of Trifecta Plus that I got from M.I. Gardner, and I just threw that in there and mixed it because it's very similar. Similar recipe, similar function. So it should have enough nutrition in the top 2/3 to get good root establishment, plenty of room for root space, and it didn't cost too much. I have many more buckets. grow bags, other containers. I have plenty of space for all my peppers. Today, I just want to get some going. I'm behind schedule on the garden. It stopped raining about 2 hours ago. I'm going to take advantage of it. I think we're getting more rain. We're supposed to get more rain at some point. It could start anytime. Look at how dark it is behind me. More is coming in. So I'm learning a lot. I'm sharing it here, and I hope you'll come grow with me. Thanks for tagging along today. I'll see you in the next video.